going to Andy Miller's office, and the increments on the sheriff arresting Felix Barela at the sheriff's office. We have Andy Miller and the prosecutor pull all the officers out of the sheriff's office, since he likes handcuff and shoot people in the back of the head. But the sheriff, the state patrolman, the officer talk all this shit. So we're gonna hope it gets all evaluated. Hope he gets sent to prison. Because we have the recorded documentation. They said they're making shit up, and they are making shit up. Kathy's number one, and also the gangbanger that went into her vehicle, into this vehicle, along with Delia and Adela. She's no longer with people no more. But you have gangbangers coming on the bus, just like the officers across the street. Because the Sunny Farms and Cimaron on fire, and also Sean Logan's house on fire, the mayor of Othello. And if they don't come out, the administration office and process information, you got an officer hiding in the police station along with his disguise as a sheriff. And he's sitting there fucking her in the ass at the hospital. Fucking her in the hospital and raping her. This is for Carol J. Benzel, 425 East Main Street, Suite 400, Othello, Wash 9934. Phone number is 509-488-3935. Yvonne Hernandez and Bonnie is the City Hall Sewer, Water, and Avista Utilities, which is across the street. The main office for Spokane. And in Spokane, the administration on the main Avista Utilities bills for the online e-pay service, which is done here at the City Hall. And that's Bonnie and Yvonne Hernandez. An administration office with Carol J. Benzel and Eddie, the prosecutor at the sheriff's office, which is Eddie, the prosecutor, and the other prosecutor got fired. The judge got fired as well, and that's Bureau, and also Dixon. He's on borderline, and he's been there for a whole week with Mr. Dixon at 210 West Broadway, P.O. Box 187. And discretionary officer attacking me on the sidewalk, and that's Eric Olson property. And that's Builder's Choice Source. And they own the entire property. And the administration office of the forms, this flooring for Cimaron 5, Amir Singh Nijjar, and also the Sunny Farms that are caught on fire. The same officer at night started confrontation, same officer in the sheriff's office confrontation. He had a police officer uniform, and then he had a sheriff's uniform. And they got him on YouTube, Facebook, and that's the chief of police. Got the VIN number for the State Patrol unit for the receiving the units for increments for serving the individual. He's not driving that vehicle anymore. Apparently they served him. Now he's disabled his vehicle. Now he's moving to a different residence, and a different residence across from the base insurance company. He lost his case since they attacked me on the sidewalk at Cimaron 5 and also at the 14th Avenue Othello Police Station. The increments on the back of the Othello Police Station, the increments on the service of Yvonne and Hernandez, and that's Bonnie. So the utilities and servicer increments are all downloaded. It's 3 minutes 38 seconds into the conversation with the conference call with Carol J. BENZEL, Yvonne Hernandez, and Bonnie, and administration, city hall coordinators and staff members. And that's Mr. Prosecutor of Ephrata Courthouse and George Washington House, number 42. 56 is Tabra Wallace for the $10,000. And Mrs. Sackman, Mr. Sackman, Steve H. Sackman, and also Country Financial and Oompa Bank for the deposit inquiry for all the money and funds that you owe me an outstanding balance still. So that service of increments they have, Amir Singh Nijjar in Administration Office, Mr. Andy Miller, the prosecutor, Washington State, and also firing the judges and the commissioners and also the district staple financial directors and services for increments. And that's an AM irrigation truck that's parking in the parking lot. And that's in Andy Miller's prosecutor, Chief Justice Department, the Supreme Justice Department, the Appeals Office, and also the dead bodies of the carcasses for the Mr. Yates murder case at Gonzaga University, where all the nurses, immigrants, and prostitutes and soliciting officer and jury duties were involved with for the murder of Felix Barela. Mr. Dale Johnson, also Leonard Bombach, Eric Benson, and also Elio and Homer at Mueller's Funeral 1401. That's Felix Barela, Mueller, and Amy Mueller. And that apartment complex has a George Washington monument, the George Washington portrait on the wall, the fire case, the fire extinguisher, the chimney, and also the apartment building, and the entire apartment building is in our name, and also Mr. Donald Trump's headstones and increments at the lot and the burial services, Forest Lawn, and Glendale, Roseville, Glendale, Parkhurst, and also Fairyland. That's Sandy Strawn. Commissioner Dick Cheney, Liz Cheney, which Lola Hernandez and John Hernandez on payroll. Now it's 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the conference. So Andy Miller at is 509-735-3591. Fax is 736-3066. Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, U.S. That's Microsoft. Mr. Bill Gates having his way in raping and pillaging and his increments of his safe haven of having sex with Roberta Barela. Mr. Chip, and then also his cannons and services for the KPD kind of state patrolling, pulling over Fabian Barela with Felix Barela in the back seat since Air Force One protected Felix for the increments of Richland Cadillac Hospital, Kennewick Cadillac Hospital, KGH, and also the administration office for Lola Hernandez getting attacked by police officers, state patrol officers with AR-14s and 15s coming to the residency, pulling the child away from her hands. And she suffered broken ankles and circumference. Mormons and some Gypsy Joker, Hell's Angel members, Daryl Johnson and Gypsy, and also Mongols, Cavazos at the church, and the trailer is not there, and it owns by J. Miller. That's Felix Barela. And Ivanka, Donald Trump, and Mumu are at the administration office, and which is excavations going, which is 5 minutes and 36 seconds in the conference call. So we're on People's comes from the sheriff. Took the handcuffs, and he was going to shoot me in the back of the head. So can we have the services downloaded so you have that Country Financial, Oompa Bank, and also the administration office? You know, there's no law against running or exercising or retrieving water, and that's Eddie. That prosecutor got fired. Now her name's Eddie. That prosecutor got fired, and her name's Eddie. So the sealed documentation, you fabricating, making things up, and we had a document survey and also the equipment on here for any kind of malicious weapon or services, we're going to employ and have you serve in that document $75. The foot range, and also the Class A uniforms you damage, and also the software products and software, and the tablets not Verizon center's not yours. Increments of Donald Trump's, Ivanka, and property lines ain't yours. Amir Singh Nijjar is not yours either. And they can talk and conversate all they want. They're married. They got married in Spokane. They transported on International Airport, Moses Lake, Fairchild, and also New York. And those benefits and service for New York trip are in my name and my services. And they sent some white minority on over there to contribute to the stupid affidavit services. And then Mr. Don Trump found out that you stole from Felix Barela, you stole from Lola Hernandez, and also they can talk. State Patrolman was killed at 507 North 4, Apartment 205. His dead body resided right on the main floor of Apartment 205 inside the apartment complex. Lola Hernandez discharging her weapon into his brain, into his head. That's Jay Mueller. So you can probably drag his body off just like this guy here.